10, 33-23 over the Lady Lions of Cannon County. We're joined here at courtside by Warren County Pioneer men's basketball coach Chris Sullins. Coach, congratulations on being 3-0 and a good win last night over the Upperman Bees.
I thought we played pretty well last night, Jay, for about 3.5 quarters. I think we kind of, I don't want to say this in a negative way, I think we kind of swept-walked through the last 4 minutes, but really came out and set a tempo early. We said we wanted to do that. Got our shooters involved, of course. I thought defense, we moved pretty well. Got some turnovers, got on the floor, scored in transition. Had some guys that wanted to put some highlight film type moves on guys. I don't think we realized we had so many guys wanting to dunk a basketball early, but I was proud of what we did. I think it was a basketball game that you're going to see a lot of this year with our basketball team. We're going to go in streaks and spurts, like I've said, but offensively, when we start hitting on all cylinders, we're hard to guard. We're very hard to guard.
Might need to see about getting a little more elevation on those dunks.
I think our guys think we're playing on 9-foot rim, Jay. I'm not really sure.
Well, we're not used to having guys that can dunk on the Pioneer team.
Well, you look at Tyree Ledette, I mean, he's probably 5'8" or 5'9", but he's probably got about a 35-inch vertical leap, and we see it every day in practice. The one thing I was impressed with when him and Sloan tried to do that, they did it in traffic. I mean, there wasn't a wide-open court, but we kind of taught our young men something we preach every day. We want guys to attack the rim, and there's no problem. I don't have any problem with that as long as they're attacking the rim and they're trying to get to the basket, trying to get to the free throw line. We're just proud of our offensive execution for about 3 quarters. I think defense, we got tightened up a little bit. I think it got too many easy shots in the paint, especially in the last 4 minutes. I thought our guys kind of took their foot off the gas, and that's something we can't do because we're not the type basketball team that needs to be doing that at this point in the season.
Yeah, it seemed like toward the end we couldn't seem to put it in the basket ourselves.
Well, I think, Jay, and I tell everybody we've got the green light. I think a lot of our guys don't realize the green light with 4 minutes to go up 20 probably means let's see if we can make sure we get an easy layup or break a defense down. And that being said, Jay, I thought our kids got some open looks in the last 4 minutes, but we've got to learn how to manage a basketball game. I thought late in the and that's not taking anything away from how we played, because I thought we played pretty well for the 3rd game of the season, but I thought late in the basketball game we got a little sloppy.
Well, during these first 3 games, do you feel like it's been a good learning experience for your team?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think our team is buying into the system we've been preaching and teaching here all summer. They like playing it. I think it's a style that people like watching. We don't get into that, but it's a style that you've got to be fully invested in because you can't have one guy that's not playing the way we want to play. I think that if you watch, Jay, they share the basketball. And that's something we've been preaching. We talk about it every day. We've kind of called it the hush effect. We want to be humble. We want to make sure we stay up-tempo. We've got to share it, and we stay hungry. I think we're going to be okay. And that's just something I thought last night. They shared the basketball. We say there's going to be times that you've got a good shot. Don't be afraid to pass it one more for a better shot. And I think our guys are doing that. I think Coach Wood and I, we talk a lot. He and I do a lot of the defensive type stuff. And we got to tighten up a little bit on the defensive end, especially in the paint. I do think we're rebounding the ball better right now, Jaden. I thought we would, and that's going to be a concern all year long. But I think our athletes, they may not be as big in stature, but we do have some athletes that can go get the basketball. And you've seen it the last couple of years with some good shooting teams from White County. Long shots equal long rebounds. And a lot of times it takes bigs out of the picture rebound. It's more of a foot race than a 50-50 ball. And I think our quickness with guys like Tyree Ledette and those guys can go chase basketballs down.
Right. It's good seeing 4 players in double figures last night, almost 5.
That's what we want every night, Jay. And I think all 4 of those will be different every single night. You talked about the night before. We go to Franklin County and, Caleb Newby gets 16. He comes back last night and only has 4. Chance Hobbs, who the first game of the season had 3, comes out and gets 21. Isaiah Grayson, who's, like we said last night, he's led us in scoring so many times the last 3 years, has still not led this basketball team in scoring this year. So there's a lot of options, and I've just learned options mean a lot when it comes to high school basketball. The more you can put out there, the better.
Well, Coach, we thank you so much for coming and giving us some of your time, and best of luck tonight against the Cannon County Lions.
We appreciate Jay. Let's hope we can be 4-0 when we leave here.
All right, sounds good to me. That's Coach Chris Sellens, head coach of the Warren County Pioneers, as they get ready for the Lions a little bit later on tonight.
Here at State Farm, we're your one-stop shop, protecting everything that's important to you.
For your McMinnville State Farm agents, Lee Holland and Bill Segman, it's both a privilege and an honor to be associated with WCS TV and to support our students, teachers, and our schools.
We're joined here at courtside by Warren County Lady Pioneer women's coach, Shay Painter. Coach, a close one tonight against a stubborn Cannon County team that just wouldn't go away.
21, she got her points pretty much the whole game, and then 10, she came alive in the second half. We really didn't have an answer for her. They were throwing over the top, and we were attacking that the wrong way, but all in all, I went in the locker room and didn't even mention all those things. I just told them I was proud. We found a way to win, and that's what we needed to do.
Yeah, Malia Scott, number 10, I was wondering where she had been in the first half. Second half, I mean, they were feeding the ball to her over and over again, and of course drawing the fouls, and so she ended up with 23 points tonight.
She did, and we allowed a mismatch on her. Usually Tyra would guard her, but I figured Tyra would get in foul trouble because number 10 is pretty active around the rim. So we sacrificed that and switched and put Tyra out on Sism, who I thought was one of their better shooters, but we kept her cold all night. And so that put Callie on 10, and I'm guessing at halftime they made an adjustment and decided to throw it to her because of our mismatch, and maybe we should have switched a little earlier, but I really think she just kind of out-hustled us for some rebounds that we really needed to get. But, I mean, she played good inside.
Well, we had 3 players, almost 4, double figures. That's always good to see that they're kind of spreading out the scoring opportunities.
Yes, you will probably see that as a trend for games that we win, that we share the point total. It's always good to see Tyra attacking the rim, to see Callie knocking down shots on the outside. Does a huge layup, which is very out of character of Megan Patch, but when she hit that shot, I knew we were going to win. I mean, even no matter what happened next, that was just a nice little touch right here. Kaylee Sherrill's coming around this year and giving us lots of good minutes. She started tonight, and then they were pressing us. She was making those little bunnies, and it made them get out of the press. So I like it when we have a big team win like that where we share the scoring.
Yeah, of course, Emily doing a good job running the offense.
She is. She's a tough competitor. She doesn't like to be yelled at and told that she did wrong, but she's got ice water going through her veins. So, sometimes she may throw the ball away, and it makes me mad at her, but you need her on the floor because she wants the ball in her hands.
Well, you mentioned Kaylee Sherrill. Haven't seen a lot out of her until tonight. 14 points. She was very impressive, especially in the early going.
She did really. That's her game. We made an adjustment from the last game where we had her throwing the ball in against the press and switched her with Callie and let her be the rover that runs and gets that layup. And now her game is attacking the rim, so she did a good job tonight.
We saw a freshman in there, Rayleigh Johnson. She looks like she's got the potential to be a really good player.
I really do like the potential of Rayleigh. She's not usually an inside player, but we're a little smaller this year, and just by her sheer size, we play her inside a lot. She's a really good rebounder. The girls even call her a ball magnet because no matter where she is, the ball ends up in her hands. I just tell her she must be living right because the ball ends up falling where it needs to. But she's got a lot of potential, and it's cool to see a freshman when you put them in a big game like this, and they just look calm. She didn't look freaked out. Her eyes weren't like shaking with fear. She was ready to go in, so that was good.
Yeah, coming after the loss last night, where we just got absolutely blown away, I know it's got a confidence.
You don't have to say it like that.
Well, you were there. A confidence booster. See, I've been doing this 23 years. You just don't try to whitewash anything. Anyway, but I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, I know this has to be a confidence booster for the girls coming back after that loss. And even when Cannon County looked like they were going to come back and win it, you found a way to win it.
Yes, we did. And our plan at halftime was to come back, do a better job pinching, do a better job of passing. Sometimes we struggled with that in the second half, but we also said just do whatever it takes. And you could tell that we were in it to win it because every time out, everybody was focused. I turned to the bench, everybody's in the game and knowing what's going on, and that's definitely a different team than you saw last night.
That's fantastic. Now we've got to go to DeKalb County next week. That's never an easy place to win.
No, they turn the lights out and they run through that tiger's mouth and all that stuff they do. DeKalb is the same team they were last year. They're a little smaller than us. They like to pressure. They like to run the ball. We watched them play in a play day, and I think you said they're only down by 10 to White County right now, checking scores. So we're definitely going to have to play like we did in the first half tonight to jump out, get an early lead, to give ourselves some cushion if we get a little sloppy at times, and then tighten it up down the stretch to do whatever we need to do to win.
Well, of course, DeKalb County, they keep that gym hot. I think they're turning the heat on full force.
I know, they can't afford an air conditioner like we can up here in the Taj Mahal.
I think it's kind of, maybe that's part of their plan to try to make the place too hot to play in. Anyway, it's always been a tough place to play, but Warren County is they're playing some good ball right now, getting a good win over this tough Cannon County team that was pretty stubborn.
Yes, we definitely needed that, and then to go on the road, that gives us some confidence to go on the road to DeKalb, which you said is a tough place to win, and then we get to come back home the next Friday night and play our whiteout night against Tullahoma, and that's always fun atmosphere. And the first Friday home game, we'll probably pack the stands.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations on getting the win tonight.
Thanks, Jay.
All right, that's Coach Shay Painter, head coach of the Warren County Lady Pioneers, winners tonight over the Lionettes 57-55.